What is going on, Warriors? It is your boy Shinryu, and it is time for another Street Fighter Duel video. Now, a lot of things have been happening recently since my sort of like absence. You guys probably noticed that there was no fight night this past Friday, and there was no compensation Saturday, Sunday up to this very moment. Okay, we're gonna be getting to that in a bit. You guys probably have also noticed that it's a bit of an absence for me with regards to sort of covering some of the news recently, despite the fact that there's been a lot of wild stuff being thrown out there. Okay, and even including today as well, new characters expect to be coming in. We are having Cammy come through. Her name has been revealed already. It is supposed to be called Banquet Cammy, and of course, we now have another Sakura that is coming through the ropes. Okay, now while there's amazing news, Charlie, the fact that Street Fighter 6 is being collabed into the game has been flying, and news personally that could not be matched by any other thing that's been happening in Street Fighter Duel and the other universe right now. And like I said, personally to me, actually was happening. Okay, so in the early hours of Friday morning, my wife put to bed, and we have our second baby boy in the world. So grateful to God, everything went smoothly, no complications, and that is pretty much why I have been absent these past couple of days. Okay, pretty much been in the hospital since Thursday because that's when we actually got admitted. That's when she was actually confirmed to be dilating. Baby came through Friday morning, which is kind of ironic because it's about the same time, in the early AMs when, I lost my dad too. And now it's early AMs. We got another boy who's come through. Grateful for that. And last but not the least, obviously, is you have to sort of like spend time, make sure that all the checks are good with the baby before you actually get discharged. Luckily for us, we only had to spend one night in terms of like after the baby was born. Of course, 2 nights if you want to count the night before the baby was born and then the first night of the baby. And everything's smooth, no complications. Wife is okay and doing great. Baby's doing superb as well. Ever since we got home on Saturday, it's been trying to juggle between our first and our second. Of course, mom is around, so that kind of helps a bit. And but it's how it is. For those of you already fathers and know how to relate to this sort of things, it's always kind of tough to not be needed, especially when you have someone who's just gone through a lot, such as labor, giving birth, carrying a baby for 9 months. You definitely want to give her all the support that you need, and you need to be super available to your partners whenever this sort of thing happens. And it's just been like that for me, which I have gracefully and be happy to do. Unfortunately, it had come at the cost of not being able to shoot our fight night on Friday, and that's why if you go to Arena here, we already have a whole lot more stacked up again, and it's only just Tuesday and we have 10 tickets already. So all this means that this coming Friday night is going to be a whole lot more chances to pair up with some of you guys out there. And speaking of fight night, it's also going to be a little bit tougher to make it 7 p.m. EST like I wanted to do in the past, because now during the time when everyone's awake, I'm going to be needed more. Okay, but maybe once everyone's gone to bed, like time like this right now, I can just come out, shoot something real quick, and that's when we can sort of like do this. So maybe it's going to be around like 12-ish where we're going to start doing fight night. Just kind of like the UFCs where you kind of have the main events happen just about midnight. So I'm cool with that. You guys cool with it too? Always tune in, of course, as usual. But otherwise, yeah, great news with regards to that. Now that we're done with that news, actually caused my ass out of the way. Let's focus on the news that sort of has been hitting us lately, okay? So obviously, first one that sort of like been in our face, we already know about it. It's going to be obviously about the next big character coming through, which is Banquet Cammy, and of course now we already know that limited trial is available. Now there's actually something that is actually, which is a bit of a surprise. I didn't really notice it, but it looks like what is happening is before you actually maybe see a character, you get some sort of like teaser of the character on X or Twitter, as you guys probably call it. Maybe it's supposed to be another way of the Crunchyroll getting people more interactive on their socials and not just in game. So they're now throwing out teasers as well, and of course on Nishiki Sakura's teasers also there as well. So if you guys haven't seen it, we're gonna just go right ahead and just gonna blitz through that real quick. Gonna pause, load the Twitter page so you guys can see the video, watch through it. First Banquet Cammy, then Nishiki Sakura, and then after that we can now come back and talk about what our observations are and move on going forward. Okay, so I'm going to pause this right now, and next thing we're going to be watching is the teaser if you haven't seen it already. So here's the teaser for Banquet Cammy. I hope I'm getting the right one. Yeah, there it is. Door opens. You guys would have seen this. You know, I know Hazen Shao team posted initially, but now we have gameplay as well. As you can see, she has a move that kind of like her spinal bubble is kind of like a spinal whatever drill or a spinning drill, whatever is actually going across every character and did massive damage. And the regular hit seems to be hitting hard. So what I was actually thinking, I would definitely go ahead and talk about what I think about the character and what she's supposed to symbolize in a way from my own perspective. That's always obviously important to talk about. But let's go right ahead and see the other Sakura as well. Okay, I looks like this kind of skipped the wrong character there. That's not who I'm trying to get. I think I must have. Let's see. Let's just go. Is this her? Oh no. What's going on here? We may have to come out totally and look for the other video as well. There it is. Okay. So, in Nishiki Sakura as well. Giving us a square mode. They don't want us to know what her faction is. I don't think you can tell her faction just by playing in game. But there she is. Looks pretty cool. Also looks like she might just be, you know, like, let's just pause there and get back to the game. Looks like she might just be, you know, one of the, you know, Flame, Wind, the Thunder-based characters. Obviously, we had a Thunder-based character recently, so it's probably going to be one of the other. It is going to be a cliche if it is Flame. And the reason why I say that is because they kind of give me Makoto Furisota Makoto vibe, right? You go over to the fighter section, and you see Makoto here. She kind of has that, looking like she's wearing her trad, Japanese outfits, and that's what she kind of looks like there. So hers is paid. It kind of feels more like something suitable for winter, and Furisota Makoto's is more like just present. And where is she? She's being very, very stealthy right now. I suppose a Flame character, isn't she? Oh, there she is. Yeah. So there's hers. Kind of has this vibe, not exactly the same, but you get where I'm coming from. Looks like this kind of stuff. So it's giving the vibe that it might just end up being one of these regular faction characters. That's enough with that. Let's go over to what actually really matters, okay? First things first, Blitz Cammy, okay? Normally I'll be pulling for Bison because obviously it's my priority right now, but I need to know what she's all about, okay? Because the reason why I'm actually not trying to sleep on her is because of two characters we added recently, okay? Obviously those characters are Master's Inferno, but you're not going to expect Banquet Cammy to be worse than those two characters, and that is this ninja chick right here in Kunoichi Ibuki, and of course Firecracker Sakura, okay? Those two characters are badasses. Her, for example, obviously, if you look at the team that she's going up against, it's kind of like the old squad, Reggie squad, you know, team of Cammys, team of, you know, Mad Ryu's, regular, another Cammy again, and of course, this seems to be the best of the bunch because we have obviously another guy in Mommy Dolls him, but not just spectacular. But the point I'm trying to make is that you can't find many team lines out there where you can actually just pair two. Typically, whenever you want to pair 2 or 3 characters, you were talking about special summon characters. Okay, this is just a regular character. Obviously, she is master, but if I pair with someone really fast, like let's pair with a proper tank. With him, this is just 2, and of course, she has a C2, meaning you can actually run her 2 primary moves when you need it, and she's extremely fast. So let's go right ahead. Let's do 2 speeds. Look at that, alright? Gotten rid of, typically if we waited longer and let her automated move go through, then she would actually do more. So let's do that first. I want to wait long enough. She can actually throw moves. and then we can try and do the fire. We didn't get through the fire, but look at it's almost taking everyone out. And this is two. Our squad is still pretty fresh, and we can take her out. Take Thousand out right away. That passive move that happens right after you just regular move, that's what someone like Seth should have been doing and dominating. But Seth feels weak. Okay, we're gonna go right ahead. We're gonna check out Seth real quick again, just because I don't want to make it seem like I said I'm just kind of just saying it without proof. I wasn't really feeling Seth when we actually tested him. He didn't feel strong enough. He kind of felt like he was struggling. All right, and we're gonna do something else. We're going to select Seth in the team of three. I'm going to pick a team that's kind of similar to what we face in that you know, Kunoichi Ibuki. Okay, so let's go right ahead and let's just look for it. We got Seth right here. Let's pick another tank, almost similar to the tank that we have there. I think Seth has a C3, right? Oh, it's actually C1 and C2. Let's try and see if we can do it too. Maybe he's going to prevail. Let's just have a look and let's see how it works out, okay? So, Seth goes right, tells us, Sonic Boomish, whatever. Let's go. Seth does the suck. Do that there. Seth goes again, does his kicking, whatever. He's taking somebody out right immediately. So, he's not doing badly, but he's not cleaning house. He's just doing individual damages, right? So, let's try again. See, his AoEs are not really spectacularly strong. His individual moves, not bad at all. Like, that's all it is. It's kind of like he's picking, but now we're about to lose our tank if we're not careful. And Mad Reed doesn't seem to be in the mood at all. So do that, get that shield, get him to take the next person out. We're struggling. We're spending too much time. We already lost one of our characters right here. And look at that right now. Now it's 2-on-1. Now we've got this no cost opportunity. We didn't win, but you can see how long this battle took, and he's supposed to be one of the more recent big characters, right? So all I'm just gonna say is I am not super convinced with him yet. Now, that is not to say that Seth is a bad character or anything like that. He is good. He's obviously better than most other characters out in the game as well. But based on the fact that he was a recent release, his impact seems quite minimal to me, in my opinion, okay? So let's try somebody else right now, okay? Let's go against this kind of crew here. And before we had like a tank, right? So what I want to do is I want to pair with someone who's going to... And I'm going to go as fast as possible. Maybe not a proper tank, someone who might not survive. And let's see if he actually has the ability to survive. We're going to go again with the 2 because he just had C1 and C2 as well. So he should be able to go 2 rounds with his combo. So here we go right now. We get that speed. We go right here. Suck them in. Go there. Get that kick in. Take out the first person because that's typically what's happening. But now they're coming against us and Speedy Team gets rid of us real quick. Okay, obviously this is a strong team. Got Jenny in there, so I'm going to try and see if we can find a team that doesn't have one of the special base characters. This looks like one of them, but let's look as well because we have a legendary character. We need to know special. Okay, this is a regular. Okay, so we're going to go to this one here. Looks like one of the weaker teams out there. Only Mommy Dolls him and so on, and maybe Poison can give you a run for your money. And we're going to look for someone who's not going to be. You know what? Let's try getting the tank in again. I actually want to just get some regular. Let's get a tank in again. Let's just go because my purpose in that, if it's not protected, you probably get to lose. So we are going ahead, get that in there, get the shield, get that tap, and then that's what he got to do. You're trying to get us, but we should have a bit of an advantage. Go there. Get that tap in. Oh, that's it. So now we've lost our tank. Looks like we're about to lose our tank. Oh, we got no cost. That's where Seth's advantage comes in. But that's pretty much it. See if we can actually turn... Whoa. What just happened there? And now we're in a bit of trouble. He's trying to survive because you can see that his health's going to come back a little bit as well. And they give us a chance to actually attack. But didn't pair us good. But you can see even if he manages to win, he's taking a long time to clean house. Now let's go to Firecracker Secure real quick here and look at the opposite. Okay. Also, if I could Sakura, she's a little bit different because she got a C1 and C3. So I'm not going to be able to express it that way because you're only going to be able to throw one move. But let's go back to Kunoichi Ibuki. Let's check this out. Now let's look for someone similar to who we just faced again. This looks almost similar to kind of our face back then, except there's no E Honda. Okay, we got Poison Moment Thousands are two of the people who are in the other squad, I think. I know there was a Poison there. I can't remember Moment Thousand was in this squad. All I we can go with a tank too. Let's go with a tank. You think she's pretty fast. Takes quite a bit, so that's already an advantage for her. Look at this. I go with this. That is simple. While I'm doing this, she throws another move there, which is kind of deadly. Look at, I'm actually, just because I'm watching enjoying that move there, I didn't get a chance to even do my second special, right? We're going to do the second special this time around. Because who knows if we would have survived the first time around. Oh, we're going to get silent? Come on. Oh, we made it. Long enough to actually even make it. Look at that. So easy. That's how you know that there's difference and levels to this stuff that we're talking about, right? But that is the reason why I'm actually emphasizing on this is that we can't expect her to be worse than those two characters, right? So that's actually what's going to expect us to be. So you're really crazy. And based on the video I watched, the way she did her spiral drill or whatever and took out like two guys, pretty crazy insane stuff. But I also think she might be someone who's just supposed to be a counter or to subdue the influence of Bison. Obviously, I won't say counter because Bison has got to maintain his meta for quite a bit. You're not going to lose your meta just right away. But at the same time, they're giving us the vibe that it's almost like she's like opposite Bison. You know, she's got a lighter tone to her outfit. You know how it is, where they kind of took light versus dark. Even though Bison's costume is red, there's a lot of dominant black across as well. Of course, she's female, he's male, you know. And you know, these things just be, you know, something to protect from maybe some of those, you know, infernal blasts that you probably get from Bison. But we were looking forward to see what she actually has to offer. So we're going to leave it at that for now, okay? But now, the main stuff that I actually really want to discuss, okay? Pretty much with the collab, all right? First of all, before we actually proceed to discussing further about the collab, I believe they have a surprise for us with the announcement. And that is a code. I don't know if I was trying to put that in before, probably got distracted, but that is a code that is supposed to give us, I believe, 10 arcade coins, and it's SFD X SF6, kind of like Survivor Duel cross Fighter 6. So kind of easy SFD, remember not get sensitive, cross SF6, and then we hit confirm. Gonna be the first time where we're not getting gems, and so we're actually getting arcade coins way worth more than what the gems that we're actually getting as well. So pretty huge, pretty huge stuff. Okay, but let's get to the collabs. Now, a lot of people, when it comes to the collabs, are looking at a possible character pretty much will be featured. All right, for me, there's one clear thing that my concern goes about when it comes to the collabs, and that is this a temporary collab or just a permanent collab? So it's just going to be more or less like, you know what, you know, do the cross whatever, let's pick a few characters that are there and that's pretty much it, or it's just going to be feel like an update where now they're not just covering Street Fighter 4 base characters, but now we're having Street Fighter 6 base characters as well. Now, if it is the former, obviously we can expect that they're going to focus on characters that we don't currently have in the lineup. But they're going to try to look for someone who's like pretty much, you know, popular amongst the, you know, Street Fighter 6 or Street Fighter 5, you know, or, you know, universe, you know, or call it if you will. But what I think will be the case in this, you know, in this regard then, is that it's going to be tough to justify some of the newer characters, because honestly the OG characters one that still can really kind of rock. But yeah, the two guys that will probably be in contention to probably pop up will be between Luke and Jamie. Those are the two guys that will probably win by popular demand. Of course, you know, they might want to see a female as well, or they might just decide to just choose the main character versions But in the Series 6 iterations like Ryu, Ken, Chun-Li, Gal, right? But like I said, before we gotta think about how they're gonna actually handle these collabs, we need to know how it is gonna actually work out first. Is this a long-term collab? Is this a one-time collab thingy? If it's a one-time collab thingy, that's too short. If it's an expansion, then that would be absolutely amazing. That can give enough time for Ryu to eventually come and now eventually be a matter once it's available or can and that sort of thing. And of course, show someone versions they can sort of like focus on and just kind of grab all this stuff long term. But otherwise, it will be fun to see how they actually pull up that. It is actually nice to see that they actually, listen to the fans. I just hope that it is actually like an expansion and not just some single, crossover. And this is why it's actually not going to be like you can't sort of give the sort of like thoughts or concept that you kind of gave the other collabs because this is Street Fighter 6 here. So, but then again, if you guys have seen, the King of Fighters game, this what they did was they set up. Was it 3 or 4 fighters? Street Fighter 6, and it was Ken. I think there was I can't remember who are the other characters, but they just kind of put them in there, and that was just pretty much it. But otherwise, guys, it's almost time for the update to come through. Are you guys excited for Banquet Cammy and what she has to offer? Of course, you guys can go through and see what the new update pretty much presents. But of course, most importantly, we have the anniversary, 1.5 year anniversary coming up shortly. So August 7th is the anniversary itself, and the Street Fighter 6 collab, I believe, was to come at the double digits August 17th, so 10 days afterwards, which is Wednesday. The possibility that it comes through as well. Alright, guys, thanks for tuning in, guys. Make sure you smash a like on the video, subscribe if you're not subscribed already. Let me know your thoughts, opinions, what comes to your mind when you think about this collab, Street Fighter 6. Are you a little bit reserved about the whole thing? Are you super pumped about it? For me, I feel like if they want to actually just make everything really work out with this next anniversary, whatever, it's not just focusing on characters actually come in, but it's also addressing all these numerous characters that I sort of popped up here. Of course, they came up with some nice solution, but I figured it was not going to be something that was enough because the main issue and challenge, obviously, is a nice solution here, the substitute shop. But the main issue is not with the B frags. The B frags can always hold those, right? But it is with these ones that are actually here. Even if they need to do some sort of combination stuff where it's like, combine Wind and Thunder, regular Wind and Thunder S plus characters to sort of make maybe one, whatever. Need to come up with a concept, help us so that we can start gathering these characters too. It is weird to have so much of these, and look at someone like Jen, for example, that we've had from the very start, and some people probably don't even have enough to S yet. That is not even like cap. That is not cap at all. Let's go over to the mercenary section. Let's look for Dan and Jen, for example, and let's see how the world is rocking with him, right? So obviously you see the whales, shout out to Denjo, Santi, and some of the other guys. Only 4 have my triple S. Nobody has a triple S plus 5. Then we have about a few more people that just kind of have an S. And of course the rest A plus. This is one of the first characters in the game, guys. And yet no love. They need to fix this problem. That's the other thing they really need to focus on. Hopefully 1.5 anniversary sort of addresses that, or they can bring something sooner rather than later. Otherwise, guys, that's pretty much it. Thanks for tuning in. Should be able to get you entertained while you wait for the updates to sort of kick in. Otherwise, it's been your boy Shin Ryu. Thanks for tuning in, guys, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.